Hey, Dan Passarelli here. I apologize again for the voice. I'm trying to shake this thing here. It's driving me crazy. I wrote about a trade in my Substack, Wealth Building with Options. And by the way, I hope you follow my Substack. It's free to follow, but if you become a paid subscriber, I send you the trade adjustments that I'm doing for my covered call and cash secured put trades. So once again, it's wealthbuildingwithoptions.substack.com, or just search Wealth Building with Options, or search me, Dan Passarelli. And yeah, please follow me. Now, that being said, for our paid subscribers, I did talk about some of the adjustments that I'm doing, and I let Palantir stock get assigned, the covered call get assigned, because I own the stock from a much lower price, and its price to earnings ratio is really, really high. So I decided that I would let that go and wait for the PE ratio to catch up to a better level. Either earnings go up a lot or price goes down a lot. And then I jump back in. So on a down day like this, especially when implied volatility goes up, as we see with the VIX, I thought, well, maybe I could look at a much lower strike, maybe a couple of months out or a few months out, maybe selling like the 30 strike puts, which Palantir is not very likely to get to. But if I could sell the 30 strike puts for a high enough premium, maybe in September or something, maybe that would be worth it to keep on. So I thought about what the best way to think about that is, because even if I get filled on the September 30 puts at a decent enough price, like $1.25 or something like that, if it doesn't get down to below 30, then all it is a skate trade. So effectively, it becomes a skate trade where I have to decide if it's justifiable, the premium that I'm taking in for that period of time. How do you do that? Well, we use what I call the skate yield. So what we want to do, and you can do this with this trade or with any trade that you plan on selling a cash secured put on, and if you don't get it, if your plan is to not get assigned, you simply take the premium you collect on the put and divide it by the strike price, and then annualize that. Now, why do you do that? Well, because when you sell a cash secured put, the amount of cash that you have to secure that with is equivalent to the strike. So you're effectively tying up that amount of capital for the number of days until expiration, and your reward is the premium. So if you divide the premium by the strike price and then annualize that, that will tell you what your yield, your annualized yield is over that period of time. And if it turns out to be a couple percent or something, why would you want to tie up any amount of capital, turn a couple of percent annualized? But if it turns out to be an annual return of, 10%, something that beats the expected S&P 500 on average, if I can get 10% or 15% or 20% skate yield, then that ends up being a really, really nice trade. Even if I don't get assigned and buy Palantir stock at a much lower price, I'm still using that stock's price action to beat the market still. So I thought I'd share that with you. If you have been trading cash secured puts, it's really the best way to think about it. Hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli. Trade smart.